This is not your favorite YouTuber. We haven't gotten enough comic book movies from Sam Raimi. I think his Spider-Man trilogy is fantastic. Yeah, Spider-Man 3 has its problems, but I still think it's a very entertaining movie. It has the best action of the three, and it just has one of the best scenes I've seen in any comic book movie, period. So, there's that. Then Marvel Studios kind of throws him a bone, finally, years later with Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, which I thought was a fun movie. It didn't really deliver on the premise of its title, but it was still a fun watch and still definitely a Sam Raimi film. Honestly, I think Doctor Strange is just one of those characters that's a good fit for him as a director. But I kind of feel like he's a good fit for a lot of comic book properties and characters, you know? Personally, I would have loved to see him do a Ghost Rider movie, but unfortunately, we just got confirmation that that's not gonna happen. And I got nothing against Sean Levi as a director, except that he directed the worst Deadpool movie, which is a trilogy of movies that's already not fantastic, right? But Deadpool and Wolverine is way too indulgent for my taste as a film. I just think it tries way too hard to be cool and tries too hard to convince the viewer that it's cool instead of just being cool. The best scene in that movie is pretty cool, and it doesn't feel like it's trying to be. It's an action scene that happens kind of organically, and it happens without slow-mo and without Deadpool breaking the fourth wall to hype it up before it happens. So if the rest of that movie was even half as good as that damn car scene, I'd be singing Sean's praises to this very day. But as of now, I can't even bring myself to be excited or even care about his next MCU project. But back to Sam Raimi, you know, the topic of this video. Yeah, I think he would have been better suited for Ghost Rider, but the superhero project that I would love to see from Sam Raimi more than any other would definitely be a Batman film. And if I'm being honest, I think he's more suited to do a Batman film than any Batman director that has ever come before him. Sam Raimi is weird, he's great with action, he's very great with dynamic shots and stuff. He loves horror so much that he slips it into his movies that have nothing to do with horror, and it works. I think about that operating table scene with Dr. Octopus from Spider-Man 2, and I'm just like, damn, like, imagine Poison Ivy getting that type of treatment, you know? Like, yeah, imagine Sam Raimi's Poison Ivy, or Mr. Freeze, or like Bane. Imagine a Sam Raimi Catwoman, or even the Joker. Like, right, the Joker's a character that I'm like kind of good on seeing for a while. I'm still kind of Joker fatigued out, and I love the Joker, but he's a character that I'm just kind of good with not seeing for a while. But I would actually not mind seeing Sam Raimi's take on the Joker, if that's what he wanted to do. But yeah, I know I'm not the first to say it, and I definitely shouldn't be the last, but a Sam Raimi Batman film, definitely my dream comic book movie right now. Actually, an Edgar Wright Ninja Turtles movie would get me hype, I'm not gonna lie. That's another one I can think of where I'm like, okay, yeah, would definitely love to see that. That's like a good pairing there. If Edgar is a fan of the Ninja Turtles, then that's a great idea. Imagine a Sam Raimi's Turtles film. I'd be seated for that. I'd be down to see that, dude. But yeah, the aforementioned dream Sam Raimi Batman project looks like it's not gonna happen. I believe James Gunn has already selected his director for the next Batman film, so that's unfortunate. But there's other DC characters as well that Sam could take a stab at, you know. Let him make a movie about The Question. And I'm not gonna LARP here, I'm not gonna pretend that I know more about The Question than I do. All of my knowledge about that character is based off of Justice League Unlimited.
Fell in love again. What am I gonna tell my friends? It just happened. You walked in my door, and now I don't wanna be alone no more. Oops, I've done it. Told you how I feel. Just hope this time that our love is real.
So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to go off of, but I think Sam could do something cool with that, you know? Pretty sure he could. I'd love to see more of that guy, learn more about him. But yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I just wanted to ramble about that for a couple of minutes. Let me know in the comments what director you'd like to see for your favorite comic book property. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.